Good morning, Cars, Chrome, Coffee, Yakima. It is the end of the weekend. There's only a couple hours out there left to do the things that you want to do this weekend. So, how are you going to fill it? What have you been doing all weekend? Anything? Anybody out there been off their ass at all? Huh? Well, tell you what I've been up to. This weekend, I've worked Thursday and Saturday. Friday, changed brakes in Denali. Took about 4 hours, something like that. Today, kid's car, brakes. And me and the wife had a little bit of fun. Stop it. Not that kind of fun. We put the bed of the truck, the 46, we put that on just to get a feel for how this thing's going to look and act and what I need to do to change things. And I can already see that the air in the rear end has been let out a little bit and the bed's not quite sitting right. I mean, there's some cutting that has to go on, and I'm going to show you what we're going to have to do once I get around all this crap. All right, so here we go. You guys get a visualize here. So this goes down, but I don't have enough leverage. And you can see axle is sitting on the bedside. And then I have some mocked in supports here. You can see we're going to have to extend the frame back and I believe down. And then we got some supports to put in for the fender. You can see that thing dangling over there. But the overall look, are you kidding me? Oh, yes. And then we did, of course, get the engine in place. I got tarps hanging over there. I got about 7 inches to back in here, right there. 7 inches for me to fit in a fan and a radiator and get that in. And then in order to get this thing in here, I had to cut a big gaping hole. As you can see, the distributor is about at the back where we have the indentation, but the heads, the valve covers would have been back in the firewall. So, I didn't want to, but we have to get a whole new, firewall in right there. And then, I had to cut some holes right about, there. And then we're going to have to cut holes all the way back here through that and through the bed frame right in there so that we can have a drive shaft. I kind of expected it. I totally expected it. It's just the process. And I think you all notice, I think you know that when you do a project like this, you gotta do it. You have to be in the middle of it. And, well, sometimes, dude, what I need to do is just mock this thing up and it excites me. And I get the next steps that I have to do. And, so the wheels, I gotta come out a little bit more on those things, cause we're touching on the back in here on the inside, on both sides. I mean, this thing barely fits in there and it is, I got, 3, almost 4 inches here. So, longer studs for the axle, longer studs for the wheel, new lug nuts, and instead of the 5/8 spacer, which I had already purchased, we have the 1-inch spacer. And I think that might be enough. And if not, dude, I have 3-inch long studs. So I got room. That's what we did. I got some stuff done, and it's not a lot, it's not a lot, but it's okay. It makes sense. I got it. We're in a place where I need to get the steering box in, and we're going to pull this thing out of here, and I'll have this thing kind of cut up, and we'll do the things. And the kid, she brought the car. We're going to do the car, and I get coffee.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Mwah. All my shit's on my trunk.
She got her get off your ass shirt. So get off your ass. I mean, the projects take a time. They take time. And this one just so happens there's so much change going on that I've got I've just got stuff that I have to do in order for this project to keep advancing. Man, Americano, nice and hot. Oh, I love it. Herb's Hot Rods head mechanic in the house right here doing the thing. So, many of you guys don't know this. I am kind of a loner. I don't have a lot of friends. And when I say friends, what I mean is somebody that I'm going to hang out with, outside of everything in life. Like, come on over, let's go have a beer. That kind of stuff. I don't have a lot of those friends. And, it's designed that way, man. Past stuff just pisses me off. So I'm done with it, And so I've acquired and, am making some very close, tight relationships with people that it's not about cars. It's not about, this or that or the other thing. It's just about life. And, as we adults, get older, and we try to have friends, it is actually very, very difficult. Because when you're a kid, man, you're hanging out in the neighborhood, you're going to school, all the people, all the time, 5 days, 7 days a week, you have people your age, in your proximity, and in your interest groups that are right there beside you. And as you're an adult, 20s and up, right? 20s and up, you are off on your own. And the people that you hang out with are the people that you work with, who you don't necessarily have anything in common with. So friendships, they take a long time when you're a child. And then when you're an adult, you're hoping that you have those people come along with you and you guys grow old together. I don't have a lot of that. I have some friends that I don't see or talk to a bunch that I went to school with. And we're talking 40 years. 40 years ago, this year is the 40th year of our graduating class, 1986 from Davis High School. And I'm going to see those people, the local people, and some of the people from out of towns, and I'm going to be very, very happy to see them. And I'm going to talk, and we're going to, catch up and figure out what we've been doing over life. And that's kind of the friendships that I'm talking about, is that we grew up together. That's what we did. And our lives grew apart, and that's just the way it is. However, there are people out there right now. That went to high school around the same time as me. And they have very tight friendships with people that they were friends with in high school, grade school, even before school. And I applaud you, because getting a friend like that now as a 50-some-year-old person, good luck. It really is a good luck thing. So if you have friends from way back, way back, and you guys still talk and you still go hang out and do things together, and that relationship is still there, that is super, super, super special. And if you don't realize that, I'm here to tell you, you're missing out on something, because that relationship, that friendship is as old as you are. How many things do you have in your life that are about your age besides you? Besides you. I mean, let's think about this. How long you been married? How long you been with your significant other? 20 years less than that relationship you have with those people? I mean, close to, right? So if you're a 50-something-year-old person, you got married in your 20s, you have friendships that are around 45 years. And some of you guys a little bit longer. And, you know, I mean, we're talking about roundabouts. Dude, I'm impressed by that. And if I had a friend that, I had in kindergarten, if I had a friend that I still talk to, and they called me up and said, hey, I would like to go do these things, well, I'm there. And I know at least one person out there that watches my channel, that I would have a beer with her and her husband any day of the week if she called me up, because we've been to kindergarten. We even knew each other before kindergarten. And there's another guy out there, lives right here in town, and I see him very, very often. And I've known him just as long as I've known her. And if he wanted to go have a beer, I'd be there in a second. But our lives are different. We do different things, and nurturing those old relationships is very, very difficult. But I'm telling you, if you don't get up off your ass when they call you and say, hey, I'd like to go do this with you, or I'd like you to come have this with me, or come enjoy some time with me, if you're not there for at least 5 minutes, because, you know, everybody has lives. If you're not there for at least 5 minutes, what the hell? That is such bullshit. Because I don't have that opportunity very often. And when it comes up nowadays, oh man, I'm jumping through windows to get there. That's just the way it is. So cherish those friendships you got right now. They are so important. And if you've got a buddy, a friend, a significant other, and you guys like hanging out together, nurture that relationship for the rest of your life. Because when you're 58 years old and you're standing in your shop talking to a phone, you kind of realize, there's things out there that you don't get to enjoy very often anymore, and that sucks. That sucks. But man, I'm just trying to live a life that's really, really good for me and my wife, and friends need to be involved in that. It's not because I want to have somebody who pats me on the back, and that's not about that. It's about loving on people and sharing this thing we call life. That's what it is. And if you shared 50 years plus with a friend and they want to spend 5 minutes with you, go out and do it. Drop what you're doing and go do it. That's all I can say. So, in summary, get off your ass and go see your friends. That's really all this is about today. I know everybody in my life. I know what they're doing and why they're doing it, and they're spending time with me when they're available, and I love that. And they're living their own lives, and I'll call them up and I say, hey, let's do this, and we do. And if you have a friendship that's older than you are, just about, right, and you don't do that, well, that's sad. So that's it. That's all I got for today. I got to go out and do brakes on the kid's car, rotate some tires, and I've got to move crap out there, and it's cold and I don't want to do it. I mean, it's 45 in here, but it's like 35 outside, and chilly. Ooh, man. All right, guys. So, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of it. There's not a lot time left in this weekend, and, go out and spend it and do something cool. By the way, I'm going to go out and go bowling today with some friends, obviously. And, the kid's going to join us, and we're going to have a good time. For you guys who just showed up, this is a good Herb's Hot Rod. You gotta watch it, recorded version. It's coming up right now. Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your friends. Attempt every day to find something beautiful in this world so that you can enjoy it and have a good day. Make your days great. And if you're not feeling so great, call an old friend and chat with them. Because I know that you guys did crap together, and it's definitely going to make you smile. So nurture them relationship you have, the old ones especially. Take care, you guys, and enjoy your work week. Now get off your ass and go do it.